All right, what's going on, everyone? This is Adam with LeadWeb.ai.com, and today we are going to go over how to create a roofing AI campaign. So, as you can see here, we are working inside of Google Docs. Obviously, this is not the Air.Ai platform. However, I always like to work on Google Docs just because it's, in my opinion, easier to edit on, and then also just to kind of catch any mistakes that you may have as well. As always, the script is going to be at the bottom in the description of the YouTube video, and if you want to use it, all you got to do is click File, make a copy, and then you can make whatever edits that you need to on this. So, as always, getting into the syntax of all of it, you always want to make sure that you add in a tilde and a quotation. And so the tilde is the top left button, or close to the top left button, depending on what your keyboard looks like. It's right next to the one. It looks like a little squiggly wave right there. That's what that is. And then you put a space and then a quotation. That's how you start off every sentence. So you can see here, put one there, put one there. The only time you wouldn't put one there is if you're doing some sort of rule, some sort of command, or if you're doing wait for prospect to respond. So without further ado, we're going to jump into it. We're not going to go through the whole thing because obviously every single person's company is going to be just a little bit different than everyone else's, but we are going to go into, here we go. We're going to go into how to set it up to book appointments, right? So in this scenario, the context is you have a Facebook lead that opted in and said, yes, someone needs to contact me. And by the way, if you're not doing this, make sure that in the privacy policy or terms and conditions that you're doing with any sort of lead generation, specifically put in there, yes, I'm going to be called by AI, I'm going to be texted by AI. You have to make sure that that is put in there just to make sure from a compliance standpoint that you're good to go. But without further ado, we're going to get into it. So this is the first part. This is the actual seed phrase that you do. And when you're doing the seed phrase, you always want to make sure, especially when you're using these AI calling agents, you always want to put your company name inside of the first sentence, inside of the seed phrase whenever you're building these things out. From a compliance standpoint, you need to do that. Otherwise, your account may be blocked, whatever the case may be. Now, if you have an abbreviated company name or an abbreviated thing like AI or street or doctor or boulevard or ABC, you always want to spell that out phonetically. So you want to do, instead of ABC, you want to do ABC. And so, hey, prospect name, this is Kim calling from ABC Roofing. Got a sec? And if you're doing an inbound campaign, you would just take out prospect name. You could say, hey, this is Kim, and you could take out calling. So this is Kim from ABC Roofing. How can I help you? Right? It's the same concept. It's just a little bit different. And then from there, you put wait for prospect to respond. Then you hit enter, tilde, space, quotation, and now we're on to the next one. And I'm going to add another space in there just to get a little room. And so then when you're going to the next part of this, every time that you create a prompt inside of a script, you always want to ask a question at the end to generate a response from the prospect. Otherwise, if you just put a statement in there, the prospect's going to be waiting on what the next question is, right? So it's always, you want to end it with a question. So for example, in this scenario, it says, hey, John, this is Kim calling from ABC Roofing. Got a sec? And they're always going to say yes, right? When you're building this out, you always want to build it to have the perfect prospect conversation, meaning they never say no, they never have a question, they always say yes. You know for a fact they're going to book an appointment. We're just checking the boxes going down the list. We're going to save the questions, the objections, all of that stuff for the knowledge base, which is in a separate video. And so in this one, we'll say, when they say yes, you could say, okay, period. I saw that you had interest in our ad on Facebook. Do you have any roof problems? In quotation. And so now let's look at the format of this. We have the tilde, we have the quotation, we have a one-word sentence, which eliminates a lot of the latency that people have whenever they're building out their scripts. And so you could have like, okay, period, period, yeah, period, or something like that, one word sentence to make sure that this prompt right here is said fast. And so it says, okay, I saw you had interest in our ad on Facebook. Do you have any roof problems? And of course, the way we're setting this up, it's going to be a positive one. So we're going to hit copy and we're going to paste. Wait for prospect to respond. Yes, I do have roof problems. Tilde, space, quotation. Oh, period. Sorry to hear that, comma. What issues are you having right now? End quote. Wait for prospect to respond. And then now we're going to do tilde, space, quotation, and on to the next one. And then we're going to put, okay, we can... Sorry, I had a text message. We can help with your situation. We can help with your situation. Would you be opposed to setting up a time for our rep to come and take a look at the roof? And disregard how bad I type. That's why I love spell check. Alright, enter, enter. Now we're going to hit wait for prospect to respond. Paste. Boom. Tilde, space, quotation, on to the next one. And so now we're getting to the scheduling component of it, right? So when you're doing the scheduling component of it, you always want to make sure that when, and this is Air, this is inside of Air right here, but you always want to make sure that you have a test or a do not use or something along the lines of that inside of here that has the main component of what the script is. So for example, new agent, put do not use, sales. Well, we'll just put do not use. Do not use, sales, advanced, from scratch. Oh, man, had to sneeze. But with the power of a pause button, we're back. So, you always want to have a do not use, a blank script within Air itself. And so now, when you scroll down and you see this is the preloaded script that Air has in here, you want to scroll all the way down to the bottom and you want to find the scheduling component of it. So right here, right? And so we're going to go ahead and schedule this. We're going to copy. And then we're going to go down here and we're going to copy all of this. Hit copy. Now we're going to go back and we're going to paste. All right, so there we go. So now let's take a look at where we pasted at. So here it is. This is where we stopped at right here. And so it says the first one is a training on how we scaled to $4 million a month. That one, not relevant, obviously. So what we're going to do is delete that, and we're going to take this. Do you mind, or are you opposed to setting up a time for our rep to come and take a look at your roof? No, I'm not. Okay. So we're going to put okay, period. That said, so I can get the setup for you. What city are you in? So I can double check your time zone. This isn't really relevant either, but I was just showcasing. You can pick and choose what you want. Since it's going to be around the same area, we don't have to do that. So we can actually delete this. And then if they say yes, and then it says okay, period, it looks like we have insert available time slot and insert available time slot. And then right here it says I'll lock in that time for you. So that's not really relevant, so we can delete that as well. And just to double check, there's no reason why you would not show up, right? Like you can 100% make the appointment, wait for prospect to respond, okay, period, good. I just wanted to make sure because we have a policy, and actually that you probably won't have a policy for a $100 cancellation fee. So we'll just move that up. And there we go. Hope you have an awesome rest of your day. So that is, and then you can also set up an action right here to end the call when you're setting this entire agent up. And if you want to do that, you can just search our channel for how to set up actions or how to end a call with Air.Ai, and then that should bring up our video in there. But as always, hit the like button, comment, subscribe. If you want to work with an agency, you don't have to worry about dealing with all the syntax errors and all that stuff regarding a roofing script or anything regarding roofing. Feel free to check out our demo above, or I'm sorry, in the description of the YouTube video. Check out the demo there. Book a time to talk to someone on our team, and I look forward to talking to you there. All right, see ya.